Do you think Santanos would notice if some of his clothes made their way into my closet?
Yes. Hello, you fucks. Welcome to John Solo's Beer Brigade. I'm John Solo, and little Alyssa Gramling has a friend with her today. Tell us about your friend.
Yeah, this is little Maisie. She's a 13-year-old Yorkie.
That's I'm not very good at math. That's a 91-year-old dog right there.
Yeah, she's very talkative.
Well, yeah, 91, I probably would be too. Yeah. She seems like she's very excited for the show today.
She seems to be that way, yeah. She was quite calm before we went on the air.
If we wouldn't get dinged and pulled off the air, I'd play Who Let the Dogs Out for her. That's
she
awesome.
probably wouldn't appreciate that. She'll probably bark at you.
Now, is Macy also a fan of MM Romance like you are?
No.
She doesn't like to listen to.
Just wanted to introduce her to everybody.
Well, absolutely. Well, you should put like little headphones on her and she can listen to the show. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I doubt she would.
Well, welcome to the Ramblin Gramling show. I need to turn my lights up. There we go.
Hey, I can see you.
Yeah, exactly. This is where we go through all the weekly MM Romance audiobooks that have come out. Little Alyssa Gramling puts together the list. At the end of the show, after we go through everything, she will then review a book that she has listened to this week. She has a bullet rating system. It's a lot of fun. It involves ordering stuff from Amazon. I'm sure everybody's a fan of that. Let's get into this. The first release we had this week was Pippin and Nacho. I like nachos. MM Urban Romance, Alpha's Rejects Book 2 by Courtney W. Dixon, narrated by Harley Chase. Well, that's a vehicle and a method. That's awesome. It's got plans. Next, we had
Beneath the Crown. This was the Romanticode by Michael Furiolo and Nick J. Russo.
Nice. We love that show. Next, we had We Could Do This Forever, a steamy MM age gap romance.
It's the first audio clip of the day, too.
Hey, look at I should probably go over that. Let me pull up the title page there, and hopefully I have the right one pulled up here. You kick back and enjoy, and put the headphones on Macy.
Hey there, John and Melissa. This is Kevin Earlywine.
And Michael Furiolo.
Thanks for having us on Ramblin Gramling to talk about our latest audiobook release.
We Could Do This Forever is written by Emerson Beckett and is the first book in the We Could Do This duet and takes place in the package deal world.
Enjoy this blurb of the book. Nick Reed. As one of the bartenders at Alejandro's bar, I've seen it all. I've even watched my friends Christian and Cooper both find the loves of their life. 6 years after breaking up with my college boyfriend, I'm convinced that's not the life I'm supposed to have. Until 45-year-old Preston James makes me the target of his relentless sexy stares and his straightforward dirty propositions. Maybe being the object of his desire wouldn't be so bad.
Preston James. The first time I laid eyes on Nicholas Reed, I knew I had to have him. There was something about my best friend's bartender that captivated me. The more he ignored me, the more I wanted him. For the first time in my life, this 28-year-old grad student had me jumping through all kinds of hoops to get his attention. There's nothing I won't do to prove to him I'm exactly what he needs. I'm relentless like that, and I won't stop until he's mine.
Well, I wonder if he stopped.
There's a cute story behind this, too.
Oh, yeah?
GRL 2 years ago, they had the narrator panel thingy where authors could turn in like a 1,000-word book snippet. Somebody picked this book and Michael to read it, and he was sitting right next to Kevin. So he was reading the little snippet to Kevin and making him blush. It was so adorable.
I like watching Kevin blush. It's hilarious to me. That's
so
awesome.
After that, I guess this is what inspired. She had them both do it.
Is that the guy from Supernatural on the cover?
No.
It looks a lot like the guy from Supernatural on the cover.
Oh, no. Well, kind of.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he's been in lately. The Boys, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he needs work. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, he's got plenty of work.
Next, and by the way, thanks for sending that clip, guys. We really appreciate it. Next, we had Betrothed to the Emperor, Emperor's Assassin, Book 1 by Kai Butler, also narrated by Michael Fululolo. Then we had Bless You.
It was a cough. A Simple Mistake, Deadly Mistakes, Book 1 by Alice Winters, narrated by Greg Boudreau.
Tremblay. You said Tremblay wrong.
I did.
Next, we had Remember Always, Small Town City series by Beyond Maxwell, narrated by Jack Watson. Then we had
The Fly Half. Okay. Lincoln Knights, Book 2 by Charlie Novak, narrated by Dan Callie.
Is that like, there was a really cool movie. I think it was called The Fly. It was back in the 80s. It had Eric Stoltz and it was, anyways. Next, we
No,
had.
that was Jeff Goldblum.
Was it Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
Eric Stoltz, Jeff Goldblum.
I'm a big fan of Jeff Goldblum, so yeah.
I understand entirely. Jurassic Park Part 7 or something like that. He was in most of those too, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. What women are really into Jeff Goldblum? I mean,
He's got the daddy vibe.
is it a daddy vibe or a nerdy
Yeah.
vibe? I mean, it kind of seems like a nerdy
Both.
vibe. I can't say I'm a nerd, but yeah. Next, we had A Plain and Simple Connection, the Ryan D. Ryder series, Book 1 by S.K. Kaba. I think that's an ice cream sandwich, narrated by Jeremy Bartlett. Then we had
The Prince's Heart by Ben Chalvin. Okay. Narrated by Michael Crouch.
That's what happens when you rub your thighs together. Then we had Where We Are, St. Lake's Book 1 by April Kelly, narrated by Simon Dornay. Dornay?
Yay.
You have to say that with a question mark at the end of it.
Dornay.
Then we had
Heart of Dawn, Curse of Dawn, Book 3 by Richard Amos, narrated by Will M. Watt and Matt Mercutio.
Nice. Look at your pronunciations there. I don't know. Mercurio. I don't know.
We're going to go with that.
It's like the 92nd Element. Then we had Flipping the Script, Legacy Mechanics Book 1 by Willow Dixon, narrated by Iggy Toma, and Spider-Man himself, Tim Page. After that, we had
Never Darling, A Fortune Favors the Fae standalone by Sam Burns and W.M. Fox.
Gotta be careful with that
Narrated
one.
by Greg Boudreau.
Tremblay, yep. Then we had Fated Mates and When to Keep Them, a Fated Mates standalone by A.J. Sherwood, narrated by Derek Prince. After that, we had
Final Play, A Fake Boyfriend Vacation by Eden Finley, narrated by Alexander Sundis and Iggy Toma.
Those two are working together a lot lately. After that, we had our next audio clip of the day. This is also sent in by little Kevy Earlywine. We appreciate it. I'm going to flip over screens after I get the right book on the screen. There we go. And here we go.
Hey there, John and Melissa. This is Kevin Earlywine again. Thank you so much for having me on your show to talk about my latest audiobook release, The Trouble with Trying to Hook a Harbinger, Book 4 of Murder Sprees and Mute Decrees, written by Jennifer Cody and produced by Podium Entertainment. Enjoy this sample of the book. Do you think Santanos would notice if some of his clothes made their way into my closet?
Yes.
I sent that text to my future husband, my eldest son, and begrudgingly include Darcy in the text thread. For an unfathomable reason, I keep ending up with this tiny Arkansan twink of Asian descent in my circle. And sometimes I think I might learn to like him, but then he opens his mouth, something crass comes out of it, and I remember why I keep him at arm's length. Well, in his case, it's at dick length, because he's got a flagpole between his legs. Yes, I have seen it, and yes, it is impressive.
I feel like, again, if we weren't going to get banned from
Oh my
YouTube,
goodness.
I'd play Flagpole Sitta.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I had
awesome.
not heard that when I got it. So normally I
I
listen to them.
I assume little Kevy would know. Thanks for sending that in, dude. Appreciate it. Miss you. Next, we had Crimson of Shadows and Secrets, Book 1 by Casey Morales, narrated by Joel Leslie. Then we had
Accidentally on Purpose. Okay. By J.M. Snyder, narrated by Nick Johnson.
Then we had Bewitched Souls, The Coven, Book 1, written by Draco, narrated by Nathan Westhoff. After that, we had
Head Over Fields, a Bent Oak, Texas novel by Bix Barrow. Yeah. Narrated by Declan Winters.
Then we had the opposite of Little Kevy's book, Only the Small Bones, Slow Burns and Tragic Beginnings, Book 1 by C.P. Harris, narrated by Sean Crisden. After that, we had
Raphael, an Incubus Mate, Book 1 by Toby Wise, narrated by Richard Pendragon.
He has to be a knight. Like, there's no other way to have that name. You gotta be a knight. You gotta walk around in full body armor all day long. You have a sword. Anyways,
Not with that book cover.
after that, we had The Fostered Promise, Spencer Brothers Novellas, Book 3 by Anna Ashley, narrated by Alexander Sindis. Then we had the last release of this week.
Smoke and Mirrors by Kai Butler, also narrated by Declan Winters.
Nice. Now to what everyone has been waiting for, the favorite part of the show. This is where little Alyssa Gramling reviews an audiobook that she listened to this week. I'm going to kick back,
Technically, it was
relax.
2 weeks ago.
Well, nobody's
But
counting
I
time.
can only do one per episode.
I understand. Time constraints.
Yeah.
We're going to flip this over, and I promise I won't say a thing.
Mine by Riley Hart. Narrated by Mine. Or in Nick's case, Mine. He can say it deeper, I can't.
Mine. Sorry, I forgot I'm not supposed to say anything. Here you go.
5 bullet rating. Dad's best friend trope. These I have no words. They won't come to me.
Words are hard. They're
They are.
mine. Like that. And so
Don't do that.
your dog perked up in the background.
No, she's not in here now. It's a dom sub relationship between one of the dad's best friend and they meet online, not knowing who the other one is, until they meet one day and figure out, oh, I cannot have you. It lasts for about a month before they meet up again and figure out, hey, let's do this on the down low. That didn't work. They eventually tell the parents, and they're not too happy with it, but it is a extremely hot book. Riley did an amazing job with this, and of course, Nick did amazing with narrating it.
Of course, as he always does. And we love Riley Hart too. Been a while since I've talked to Riley. Hope you're well. Thank you for putting this all together. Happy that you enjoyed listening to this 2 weeks ago. Any heads up to what you're listening to this week so we know what to look forward to?
Well, I've already got one for next week's episode, and it's with a new to me narrator, even though I've been friends with them on Facebook for a while, but I've never listened to them until now, and I plan on listening to them more.
Nice. Well, we can't wait to hear about that. It's going to be awesome. Thank you all for hanging out. We do appreciate it. If you could let us know in the comments below what you think of Lissa's new 91-year-old puppy, that'd be excellent. Enjoy your week. We will see you all next week. Have fun.
Bye.
Peace.